I just kind of left myself out of it. Let them handle it.
He said no to him.
But that was sent to me voluntarily. That's that one.
Oh, okay.
We felt, she wasn't informed. I'm sorry I didn't forward it to you guys.
Yeah.
We can trace it. There was no, I didn't request no update from there. There'd be something if we get, get an invoice and it's on there. Something else.
She sent another one or that same one?
That's that one. That's that one.
Well, in there it said it's part of her ethics when when she's done, like when she recused herself, it was part of her ethics to say whatever she said. That's how I read it.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Good morning. Good morning.
What the hell are the drums out there? Were they approved? That many? I don't remember.
Yeah,
Or they just show up?
they just show up for the contest.
Really?
Pretty impressive.
It was. It is. You should be. Need bigger facilities for next year. Or change the date. Are we rolling? Gearing? No? Okay. Okay, Tribal Council and those in attendance, we are here at the regular Tribal Council meeting scheduled for March 2nd at 9 a.m. We will call to order at 9:02 a.m. Roland, would you say opening prayer for us, please?
Mauna. Mauna ganapshuna. Mauna. This morning I come to you in a humble word of prayer. I ask that you would forgive me for my sins, all the things that I say and do that are unpleasing unto you. I pray that you would pity on me and be merciful to me and hear this prayer and answer it for me. And I come to you in the name of your Son, Jesus Christ. I ask of you at this time to look upon this regular tribal council meeting this morning, and that your presence could be here, and that you could bless us in a good way with open minds, that we could work to solve the problems that this tribe faces on a daily basis. The issues are many, and they're on many levels, down many corridors, and we cannot solve them without your guidance. So I ask that you would stand in front of us, extend your hand and open the way for us and help us so we can solve these problems that we're faced with on a daily basis. Bless this tribe. Grant us peace, balance, and harmony, success, prosperity, happiness. Our tribal members could have long lives. They could live full lives, to see that their children, grandchildren, great-grandchildren are provided for in a good way. These decisions that we're making here are going to affect them. So help us to make the best decisions with clear minds so that we can do the best for our future. That it may be bright and healthy and happy and productive. In the name of your Son, Jesus, I pray. Heskekcha.
Oh. Peanut, Roland. Okay, we have an agenda to approve. Any additions?
Oh, I'd like to add something. I'd like to add for discussion the the tribal self-governance conference that we had some email traffic on, and I just received some materials in the mail that I can pass around. So that's the 2020 Tribal Self-Governance Consultation Conference, April 26th through April 30th in Burlingame, California.
Okay. One, two, three, 4, 5. Okay, we'll add this Tribal Council 5 signature approval, last Bear Moon Powell drum split budget. Also.
Make a motion to approve.
Motion by Eric, is there a second?
Second.
Is there any objections? Discussion? No objections? No objections, motion passed, 6-0-0. Reading of the minutes. We have three items. First one is 2/17/20 mid-monthly tribal council meeting minutes.
Mr. Chairman, I have a question about the 17th minutes. When you get to it.
Come to the podium, please.
I believe it was on the 17th that Thelma and Eric both voted on that to deny counsel for Mal and Tori. But since they're parties to that lawsuit, how can they vote on that? That was my question.
Which one was that?
That was the February 17th with the email that you were talking about earlier this morning.
Okay. Where's it at?
It's at 33.
Okay. This one?
Yeah.
Number 4, legal counsel and tribal counsel on individual. CV 20-004, Victoria Kitchen, motion to procure counsel. Melton Frenchman, second. Vote yes, Louis LaRose. Victoria Kitchen, Mal Frenchman. No, Roland Warner, Thelma Whitewater, Eric Armel. Abstain, John Snowball.
I
What-
know, I read that, but how is that possible? You're talking about two tribal council members that were seated that couldn't take. The reason I asked the question is that you're talking about two tribal council members who couldn't take action independent of this entire body. But when you're talking about Thelma and Eric, they took the action independent before they were on the tribal council. So how are they voting on that?
The motion failed.
Mr.
I got
Chairman?
some, Chairman.
Failed
Okay.
because they didn't get legal representation. That's how it failed. I mean, that's insane.
John?
Chairman, we are still looking at that. It's not totally clear to anybody on how we need to do that. So we are going to look at that, but we are just going to approve the minutes. And I'll make that motion, Chairman.
Motion by John. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Second by Eric. Any objections or discussion? No objections? No objections, motion passed 6-0-0. Item 2/2/1920, General Council meeting minutes.
Motion to approve.
Second. The motion by John and a second by Mel. Is there any objections or discussion? No objections? No objections, motion passed 6-0-0. Item 3/2/1920, CEO report meeting minutes.
Move it.
Motion to approve by Tori, is there a second?
Second.
Second by Mel. Any objections or discussion? No objections? No objections, motion passed 6-0-0. Ratifications, enrollment, adopt resolution 20-98, tribal enrollment, applicant emergency enrollment death benefit.
Move it.
Second.
Motion by Tori, and a second by Mel. Is there any objections or discussion? No objections? Motion passed 6-0-0. We're on to ratifications, so we'll add last Bear Moon to our ratification items.
Move it.
Second.
Motion by Tori, second by Mel. Is there any objections or discussion?
I have a discussion.
Discussion, Tori.
I just want to thank Garen and the committee of the last Bear Moon Powell and Winnebago for hosting that event. It was just a really awesome powwow, and I know there was a lot of hard work that went into it. And at the powwow, we had to do some, on the spot decision making to make some of this to just modify the agenda. So it was a good problem to have, and thank you to the council that also donated to some of the day money pot, and that was very generous of you. And I just wanted to acknowledge everyone that made it an amazing powwow.
Any more discussion? No objections? Motion passed 6-0-0. New business, Winnebago Public School Academy request. Come to the podium, please.
Good morning. My name is Jamie Pixler. I am the teacher for the 10th grade academy at Winnebago Public Schools. This is my Indigenous Studies class. We've been learning a lot about Tribal Council, how it works, and the different functions of Tribal Council. So this was a good opportunity for them to come down and witness a meeting firsthand and see how Tribal Council works, and also to present on behalf of themselves and their other academy cohorts a request for funds for their upcoming trips. They're actually going to come up and give the presentation for you. So I'll introduce Kelsey Decora. She's our brave soul that's going to come first, and then each one will present a small portion of the presentation for you.
Hi, my name's Kelsey Decora. We're the 10th grade academy, and each year we take a trip to somewhere in the U.S. from 8th through 10th grade. And we're here today to request gift cards for the supplies we need for the trips we're going on this year.
Very good. Thank you, Kelsey.
My name's Kylie, and we just want to say thank you for last year's donation of $200 gift cards. Some of the things we purchased were suitcases, shoes, extra clothes that we needed, and the money helped out families like mine.
Very good. Thank you.
Morning. My name is Mario. I just wanted to talk about how New York was my favorite experience. We would be when we got to stay in the hotel. We got to stay with their peers. I got to know them more, as well as my teacher. I also really enjoyed when we went to the 9/11 memorial, and I got to learn about how 3,000 people died. I also really liked how we got to go to the Statue of Liberty. I thought that was really nice. I think for me another one was Top of the Rock. For me that was like a really beautiful sight. I really enjoyed that. I also learned that friendship really can take us a long way.
Good job, Mario.
Hi, my name's Rebecca Earth. I learned about my favorite one was Washington, D.C. I learned more about Mount Vernon because I got to learn more about George Washington and how he lived his life. When we went to the Holocaust Museum, I learned about how they survived and how they died in many ways. When we went to the Arlington Cemetery and the JFK Memorial, I learned that many soldiers and celebrities are buried there. My most favorite experience was when we went on the cruise because it was my first time being on the cruise.
Good job. Thank you.
Hi, my name's Jesse Bear, and the three places we went were the aquarium, the science museum, and the Federal Reserve. We had a good time there, and it was very cool. And the favorite place I went to was the Navy Pier because we got to go on rides and hang out with our friends.
Good. Thank you, Jesse.
Hi, my name's Javon Price, and this year we're traveling to California, and we're all looking forward to learning about their Sepulba tribe and to see how the tribe works and how it's different compared to our tribe. And we're also looking forward to like building a friendship and going to Disneyland, and yeah.
Good. Very good.
Hi, my name is Arya Means, and going on these trips help build relationships with one another, because we're going out of the country with each other, and it helps us it may help us down at UNL.
Good, thank you.
Hi, my name is Logan Suarez. This is a list of what we need. Holy crap.
Strike that.
So what we really need is suitcases, 5 pairs of casual clothes, 1 pair of dress shoes, and a pair of walking shoes. Yeah, so it's like a list of what we need.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Cherish Flyinghook, and today me and my class will be requesting gift cards. We have 10 students traveling to California. We have 12 students traveling to Washington, D.C. We have 15 students traveling to New York. Winnebago Public Schools pays for all expenses for these trips: food, airfare, transportation, hotel, tickets. We do fundraisers to help pay for this, for the trip: raffles, concessions, dinners. We are asking for a total of 37 gift cards at $200 each. Total funds requested will be $7,400 in gift cards by April 1st, so we have time before the trips to buy what we need.
Thank you, Cherish.
Hello, my name's Zayden Birdie. And I just want to say thank you guys for everything you guys have done for us in the past years. And we'd be really grateful if you guys did it this year again. You know, really help us out. Yeah, that's it.
Very good. Thank you guys. You guys all stood up and spoke well. So the request is for $7,400 to help these kids go to New York again?
They're going to California. We have 2 other trips, DC and New York.
Okay. Any comments? Is there, Tori?
I'd like to make a motion to approve the Winnebago Public School 2020 Academy request at 200 gift cards at, 35 gift cards at $200 for a total of $7,400 to come out of the tribal council budget. And if it could be the same process that we did the school clothing allowance, and I believe those are Visa check cards, and then they can go wherever they need to get the things.
Motion by Tori.
Second.
Second by John. Discussion?
Yes.
John?
I just wanted to say that it's very encouraging to see our young ones, and I want you to continue and do good for our people.
Mm-hmm. Any more discussion? Yep, again, good job, guys. Way to stand up and talk and speak. It gets easier. It will. Stay at it. Stay with it. No objections. Motion passed 6-0. Thank you, guys. There's no old business. Tribal council items. Tribal member request. JLW. Any representation on this one? Okay.
Good morning. My name is Jessica Lopez Walker. I'm the one that is requesting some help with funding to be able to bring back my aunt from California. She was missing since 1984 and was murdered out there in 1986, buried in 87. And my family didn't have any knowledge about her whereabouts. I started looking for her in the beginning of the year, and through help from people through Facebook, I was able to locate her, and my family wants to be able to bring her back to be buried next to my choka. And I've talked to the homicide detective and the coroner, the lead coroner over there where she's at, the public administrator, because when bodies aren't claimed, the department gets involved. And I have those numbers. I have the cemetery and also the funeral home that contracts with the cemetery to do the disinterment. And we're wishing to do a cremation with her to have a easier transport of her. So that's what I have. I also have her enrollment verification.
Mr. Chairman?
Yes.
I'd like to motion to approve Jessica's request, and then I have a discussion.
What's your motion?
My motion is to approve the request in the amount of, and so would this be paid to the funeral home or to?
Both the
Both.
funeral home
So,
and
okay.
the cemetery, because they contract together. Each of them are doing separate things,
Okay.
and I have those money amounts if
Okay.
you need those.
So I'd like to make a motion to approve the request of $5,450 to come out of our wake and burial program to the appropriate vendors to bring the relative home.
Motion by Torio, second by Louis. Any discussion? Any more discussion? Tori?
I just wanted to say that I'm really sorry that that happened to your aunt, and thank you for doing everything you could. And what's happening right now with MMIW, I was talking to, I don't know if it was one of my sisters or who about this, but is it just that we have social media now? Like, why is it just so visible now? And as your aunt's case, this has been happening for many years, so thank you for bringing awareness to the issue, and thank you for all your work to take care of your aunt.
Thank you.
We should ask that.
Thanks, Tori. This will cover everything?
Yep.
Transportation and
Yep.
burial and
Yep, shipping too.
shipping? Okay.
Is this in? I just want to make sure that we take care of you and your relatives' remains. So this amount is just for the remains, the transportation and the processing of the remains, correct?
Correct.
Okay. And then I would assume that when you bring her back, you're going to probably want to have a ceremony for her, or are you just going to take her and inter her right into her resting place?
What I was told is when she comes back, she gets buried immediately, and then we go on to have the ceremony for her.
Okay, good.
And that's what we plan on doing for her.
All right.
But the family can take care of those things.
Okay,
for
I
her
just
after
wanted
that.
to make sure that there was that 1,500 for the family, and then if there was any other expense that we needed to make sure that they got it. That was all. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Any discussion? Eric?
I'd like to say, sorry to hear about your family member, but happy that you located them to bring them home. And I'd like to be notified when she does come home, since you're having a meal or whatever after that's done, that maybe we could partake in it.
Okay.
So, thank you.
We plan on doing that in May, in the middle of May.
Okay, thank you. I hope you can ease yourself and your auntie rest in peace. Guerin.
Just wanted to let the council know that a lot of press and a lot of people that are involved with this case are messaging the tribe's Facebook page, and so with this determination, whatever you guys decide, I think kind of an update to those people. I know there's a lot of people. I think there's a doctor from University of Nebraska that messaged, and she wanted to put this out for a lot of people to help support this cause. And so if an update could take place with your guys' permission to do that as well on this particular case. Just
I'm
wanted to
pretty sure.
inform you.
Any objections to that? Thank you, Guerin. Get that ready and send it. Any more discussion? Any objections? No objections? Motion passed 6-0. We will go into an added one, tribal self-government's consultation.
Council, you may have seen the email that came from Joy Johnson last week, and then there was a supporting response from Rollin, and then I started just like, I think I sent you guys like 2 or 3 emails after that, and because I learned some really exciting things when I was out at the NHB meeting. And Jay Spann, who's the executive director of the Tribal Self-Governance Communication Education Consortium, made a special invitation to the Winnebago Tribal Council, and he said that he would like to offer a discounted rate and get as much as the Winnebago Tribal Council leadership to attend that conference, because the Winnebago tribe compacted the first hospital in the Great Plains area, and that's really a really special endeavor. And so this is the organization that supports the tribal self-governance tribes, where it's a mechanism to learn, share information, support. There's actually a tribal self-governance advisory committee that Denali are the delegates from, and that delegation comes out of the Great Plains Tribal Chairman's Health Board, and that's the structure. And so there's a real willingness to support Winnebago, and a part of that was an invitation to participate in a special project. They call it SGCETC, but that's the Tribal Self-Governance and Education Consortium. But they've got a Spike Lee Film Fellow, and they're documenting some of these tribal self-governance stories, and they want Winnebago to be a part of that project. And so that's something that I explained in the email, and I'm also going to take this information back to the 12 Clans Unity Hospital Board of Directors, so that there's an awareness over there as well. But I thought that here that there needed to be some concurrence, because it is the tribe that would be represented. And the invitation is to the leadership, especially because it's the leadership that decides that this took place, and that the success of this going forward is, with the blessing of the leadership. So I got a small packet here. I can send some more information by email, but this is just what I got in the mail today. And I guess my motion would be to approve travel for the tribal council that would have a willingness and interest in attending this. And it's not just health. Actually, the whole conference has like a Department of Interior portion, and then they have an IHS portion. And so within that Department of Interior, there's a lot of things like transportation. There's things like, there's efforts now to possibly self-governance, a compact or contract food distribution programs, our 477 programs. And so a lot of tribes are looking for ways to take control of their programming, and the way they do that is through the self-governance process, the Indian Education and Self-Determination Act. And so that's the law, PL 638. So that's why it's kind of just a common term in Indian country. When you 638 something, that means you take it over. So I think there's much more we can learn in this area, and as different programs are being suggested to go 638, like the SDPI program, the Special Diabetes Program for Indians, some of those things really impact us, and we need to stay informed in how we feel about it, and if we would opt into some of those things, because some of the concerns are, well, if you go 638, then that's a smaller piece for everyone else. And so you know, it's really unfortunate that these grant programs that the federal government uses to carry out the trust responsibility, there's only so much money, and a direct service tribe versus a self-governance tribe kind of has different things that would benefit them or might be not really a threat, but just not every tribe has all the resources or the staff to do 638. And so it's just something I want to put out there. And as we go down the path of building up our hospital over there, it's important that we that we participate in these conversations and educate ourselves. So thank you, Chairman.
Okay, thank you.
Second.
Who made the motion?
I did.
Motion by Thelma, second by John. Discussion, John?
Tori. Motion by Tori.
Oh, motion by Tori, second by John.
I just wanted to say that,
What did I say?
Thelma. Just wanted to say that self-governance is something that we're moving towards and we need to support. So I really want to encourage the tribal council to be well informed of what's happening, all the trends in Indian country. And so I really support this. And moving forward, I would like to see the council being on the forefront of all these efforts, because a lot of the times we just get caught on the back end, and it doesn't go over too well because the communication, or maybe we don't have all the information. So this is a good opportunity for the council to be well informed. Maybe a couple of us can go and come back and report to the table. Thank you.
Yep. Thank you, John. Yeah, we need to, I suppose we're going after the DDU and our law enforcement next, so FYI. Is there any more discussion? Any objection? No objections to the motion? Motion passed 5-0-0. Our last item on the agenda is complaint involving Winnebago. Is there a motion to go in requesting executive session?
Motion to go into executive session.
Motion by John, second by Louis to go into executive session. We're in any objections? No objections? We'll go into executive session at 9:38 a.m. Yes.
Are you requesting communications to turn the live stream back on, or is that the end of the meeting after executive?
Yeah, you can turn it back on.
Turn it back on after executive?
Yep.
Okay. So
Be clear.